It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Nighthawks and the Shamrocks, and it's coming up next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the double.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you...
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hey, what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll look to throw yet again. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. He's going to air this one out. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up third down. He'll look to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Off the play fake. He'll under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. That one is good. And the Nighthawks will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Shamrocks offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a pickup of 12. That's enough for a 1st down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd down and 9.
And 9 yards to go.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Quick throw, taken in. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Jones motioning here. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup 7, sets up 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's in! Touchdown, Shamrocks! It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Nighthawks offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose.
In trouble, and down he goes.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Nighthawks punt team. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Shamrocks offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments, because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
The Nighthawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now, faking the give. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss. I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage, or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and He's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Shamrocks offense getting set to get back to work. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. That'll be intercepted.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
The Nighthawks offense ready to get back at it. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Oh, a loose football. The defense has got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he takes off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Throwing now from the gun. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Jones now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Now a timeout for injury. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Back to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, You're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. This time they stay on the ground. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Rico
played out
and Greg
a bit
Olson.
as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Nighthawks offense and their running back set to go once more. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to take a shot down the field.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 1st and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. short pass taken in by the tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll get it inside the 20. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Complete to number 85. Available on the play. And an Oakland first down.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Nighthawks. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike. We say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
At the 33-yard line.
Quick throw, taken in, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. Defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
Back to the air one more time. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Now, he'll air one out. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now a give up the middle, and not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6. Mark it at the 31. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
The running back is getting the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Shamrocks getting their punter out there. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Jones now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now this team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll try to set up the screen here. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
One of the tight ends in motion right. To the air now on 1st and 10. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
They'll motion a tight end right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. The Shamrocks send their punter out. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll drop to throw. This one complete right side.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Open man, right side. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Here comes the Nighthawks punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Shamrocks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They'll throw out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play. He breaks the huddle. And he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Up the middle they go. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Handoff here, up the middle, and it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down.
Let's go now.
One of the tight ends motions right. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Jones motioning here. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Now, 2nd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Nighthawks offense ready to see what they can do. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Here we go. One final play. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. And in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.